So the medium of animation is one of the biggest mediums in film, and one of the biggest companies doing animation is the Japanese company Studio Ghibli. And for a while, I was on the hate train of anime until I watched a little movie called Spirited Away. And this movie changed all of my opinions about animation and Studio Ghibli. Since then, I watched a couple more Studio Ghibli movies, and I just wanted to make a video really just praising the beauty of Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli is one of the only companies to still be doing fully hand-drawn animation, and it really shows. These movies are absolutely beautiful, with some of the most incredible and creative animation I've ever seen. But all of these movies came out 20 years ago, and you can't even tell because of how fresh and beautiful the hand-drawn animation looks. It tells a story in itself. Look at the tale of the Princess Kaguya. This is some of the most creative, beautiful animation ever made. Look at the scene where Kaguya runs away from the palace. The way that the animation is stripped away down to the most basic sketches while her brain is frightened and scared and angry is absolutely beautiful, and she doesn't have to say anything because the animation tells exactly how she's feeling. They bring the Japanese folklore style to life so beautifully in this creative way. And the character designs are so recognizable and so incredible. Just listen to One Summer's Day from the movie Spirited Away really quick. This music is absolutely incredible. But not just the music itself, the lack of music in some scenes can really amplify a scene. There will be scenes where there will just be no music. It'll just be the sounds of nature. You can hear the wind, you can hear the leaves, you can hear people talking in the background. And doing this, it really makes you feel like you are in this world. It's very immersive feeling. So it gets you very connected to the characters because you feel like you're in their world. And when there is music, it is absolutely beautiful. It's so calm and subtle, and it's just absolutely beautiful at amplifying a scene and just really getting the emotions out there. Studio Ghibli thrives at getting you to emotionally be connected and invested in their characters.
Totoro? Is that what your name is? Totoro?
And they do this by having them go through very clearly defined character growths. Look at Chihiro from Spirited Away. She starts off at the beginning of the movie being scared and kind of whiny of everything. You don't really like her at the beginning, but she has to learn through hard work and determination to get over this fear, and by the end she's able to save the people around her because of her compassion and kindness. And every character in Studio Ghibli movies goes through arcs. This is why people don't like characters like Rei, because she doesn't really go through anything. You need to have someone start off arrogant or, annoying, and then they grow to be the hero of the story. And Studio Ghibli has this down to a T at this point. I mean, you don't even have to say that the stories in Studio Ghibli movies are just masterful. But the really cool thing that Studio Ghibli brings to the table is the Japanese mythology is all really interesting in their stories. All the spirits and everything that shows up makes the stories very fun. I mean, Spirited Away, literally spirit in the name. And My Neighbor Totoro is all about a wood spirit. So all these mythical elements add to the story, and they make them very fun. And this is something you can't really get anywhere else. This is what Studio Ghibli really has that's just theirs, is this mythological side to it, and it really works in their stories, and it really amplifies the stories and just takes them to a whole new level. So Studio Ghibli is going to go down as one of the best animation companies ever, with some of the best animation, music, and characters to ever cross the big screen. They've definitely had some duds, but putting all that aside, they've made some of the most beautiful, elegant, heartwarming, and emotional movies ever. I will say, if you're on the Studio Ghibli hate train and you've never seen one of their movies, I would say if you want to try one out, watch Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro. Those are two of their best introduction movies, I would say. So I would definitely say watch one of those two. Those are the best way to get introduced to the company, I would say. Thanks so much for watching. It's definitely a different video for me. I tried my best to edit it and record it as good as I could. I really hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.